Follow these steps, boo. Follow these steps. We not coming to play. We coming to slay. I'm finna snatch everybody's man this summer, girl. Just kidding. Just kidding. I have a man. Sorry. Sorry, babe.
I wake up in the morning, beat my face.
I beat my face.
Modern Renaissance by ABH.
My favorite palette.
Got every.
Guys, we're gonna be talking about glowy makeup, as you know. Are you guys liking this natural light? I had to do it for y'all today so I could show y'all, you know, how everything really looks glowy in the sun and stuff. But low-key, one of my lights broke, so yeah. Oh, and I'm wearing a top for anyone that wants to say that I'm out here being inappropriate. I'm not. Okay. Blind them naturally. Blind the haters. See you. I mean, so I do have combination skin. I have oiliness around my nose. I have dryness around the side of my face, kind of, depending on the weather. But regardless of what type of skin you have, you always want to start off with a moisturizer. I use the Pond's Moisturizer Dry Skin Cream. This is $4, sis, at the local Family Dollar. I will leave all of this in the description. This step is so important for glowy skin. I've noticed that when I use an oil on top of my, a moisturizing oil on top of my moisturizer, it keeps the foundation, it helps everything blend, all the cream products blend really well. Like, even if you are gonna set it with powder later, it still makes it look so like internally glowy and luminous and all that. So I'm gonna use vitamin E oil. Vitamin E oil is really good for skin, and this is very, very cheap. I think it was about $2.50 at the Family Dollar. You guys know your girl is cheap, and I'm not gonna apply it all over my face. I'm just gonna keep it away from the T-zone and keep it like over here. As I told you guys, I do have combination skin, so I'm gonna put a mattifying primer right around my nose area. So the next step is to color correct. If you don't have any hyperpigmentation or discoloration, you can skip this step. I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in orange because I do have some darkness under my eyes and around my mouth. So I'm gonna use my fingers to blend because the warmth of my fingers help it sink in to the skin, which is what we want. Next thing we're gonna do is put on our foundation, and I'm gonna use my favorite foundation. This is like my holy grail, Lancome Tient Idole Ultra 24 Hour. Because my skin is combination, I'm using a mattifying foundation, and then I'm gonna go in and add the glow. But if you don't have oily skin, you can use just a luminous foundation, and then you'll already have the glow. I'm going to use a flat top kabuki brush foundation fuller coverage, but if you want it to be more sheer, you can use a beauty blender. Okay, so I'm back. Brows are on. Use the Sephora Next, we're going to highlight and contour. And LA Girl's Pro Concealer and Toffee on top. This one is in Toffee as well. They're both in Toffee. So I'm going to use that to highlight under my eyes, the bridge of my nose, on top of my mouth, on my chin, and in the center of my forehead. All the areas where light normally hits is where you highlight, and then we're going to contour the areas where we want to recede back where the shadows normally are. Yes, girl. Now we want to blend it out with a clean beauty sponge. I'm using the Real Techniques one. Damp and clean. It's not wet, it's just clean, okay? Don't use a dirty beauty blender and spray it with some sort of spray. No. Use a clean beauty blender. It makes it go on way better. And I'm gonna start my chin. All I'm doing is pressing it into the skin, patting it on. Don't swipe it. Just push it in to prime my eyelids for a little bit of shadow later. Now we're gonna contour. I'm gonna be using a warm brown color, not a cool tone brown, because I kind of wanted to give it a bronzy look and not necessarily like a sharp contour look, you know? So yes, I'm using the black bronze it up, but using a cream foundation stick. The color is Mocha, Suede Mocha. with your beauty sponge and blend in the highlight and the contour together so there's no harsh lines. Now we're gonna bake with Sacha Buttercup. Use any setting powder that you like. I'm gonna use the beauty sponge to do it, but before I do that, I'm gonna take my finger and blend out any creases and then dip my sponge into just a little bit and press it in. When you're baking, you don't want to bring it all the way out here like you normally would. You want to keep it in more the center and leave space here that is not does not have any powder, because that's how you're gonna get your highlighter, your powder highlighter, to look really skin like. And I'm not really baking, I'm just pressing it into the skin. I decided to bake the sides of my nose a little bit just to further sharpen the contour. I'm gonna use the Black Opal contour palette in medium to dark, and I'm gonna use this brown right here. And you see it gives me a warmth. Use any sort of like warm powder. Don't use any cool tones because we're trying to look bronze and we're trying to look healthy and summer glow. Always set your creams with powders because, especially in the summertime, the creams will move and slide around your face and you're gonna look a mess. Nobody wants to look a mess, so make sure you set your creams. Remember, set your creams. Now I'm gonna take all over face powder and lightly dust. This is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. I'm gonna lightly dust the outer portions of our face, but we want to make sure not to get too much powder around this area because we want to highlight and we want to blind it. This step is optional, but if you really want your powders and stuff to sink in and you really want your highlight to pop, sis, you need to use a setting spray. I use MAC Fix Plus, and this is gonna help all of the powders to sink in as well as all the products to just kind of like melt into your skin. The rose water one, so freaking good. Now for the fun part, we're gonna be highlighting our face. I'm gonna be using Ava Beauty. It is a Instagram makeup company. Look at this, look at this. This is the color Sunkissed. I'm on a fluffy brush. I place it down. And then I blend.
Are you seeing this glow? What?
There's just so much product. I'm trying not to spill any, but like, I'm so in love. Like, oh my God. Best highlight. Look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Oh my gosh, do you guys see this?
I'm gonna go back in with my bronzer and just kind of put it in my crease a little. We're just gonna do a quick glowy look. I'm using the Morphe 33O, and I'm gonna take some of the highlighter on my finger. Ooh, Lord. Blind them. What? Okay, now we're gonna use an orangey blush to kind of keep the warmth going. I'm gonna be using from the Juvias palette. Putting the blush after highlight helps the highlight and the contour to blend together. See how radiant? Wow, like we're literally glowing, guys. Next, we're gonna put on some lashes. These are little $2 mink lashes from Aliexpress. I talk about this on my Instagram all the time. Broken bougie boo. We ain't got time for $20 mink lashes because we broke, but we gotta look cute because we bougie, y'all. But basically, I have put on my lashes. I have added some white liner to my bottom lashes, to my waterline, and put on some mascara on my bottom lash line as well. Then I'm gonna take the concealer that I used earlier, and I'm gonna, this is a neat trick if you don't have a nude lipstick that is like similar to your skin tone, just do this. If you want to be a little bit extra, I'm gonna show you something real quick. This gold lip gloss from Nika K. Let me just put a little bit in the center. Anything for the light. Look how fucking tight I'm getting with you guys. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm gonna go put on my wig. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna show you guys how to make your body glow. The sun is trying to play me, but we're not gonna let her win. As you can see, it's so glowy and bronzy and stuff. But we could get bronzy and glowier. This is another highlighter from Ava Beauty. This is in Golden Hour. I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna put this. Ooh, see? Oh Lord Jesus! You see these reflexes? Are you catching this? Is you catching this? We're gonna take this and we're gonna put this on our shoulder, or on our clavicle. We go like this, like a weirdo. And then you just. Let me just get my life. Let me just get my life. Ooh, oh, I may have gone overboard, guys. Put a little to this, the tatas. I'm gonna take the big foundation brush and just blend it out. Ooh, are you guys seeing this? I really, the sun is killing me. Here we go. Can you guys see it? Like, it's literally so beautiful. Wow. I'm finna snatch everybody's man this summer, girl. Just kidding. Just kidding. I have a man. Sorry, babe. Are we looking at the same person? Like, I'm a brand new bitch. Look at the, like, oh, I forgot to tell you guys I have a code. Duh. Use my code cheriecocaux to get some money off. I think it's like 20% or 10%, but they are so freaking affordable. Like, oh my gosh, look at the freaking color. It's so affordable. And it's like $10, but they have sales all the time, which make it $5.99. You know what I mean? Like I told you guys I was gonna get y'all glowing, and I did, right? Follow these steps, boo. Follow these steps, boo. Follow these steps. We not coming to play, we coming to slay. I'm trying, so you better subscribe if you want to see these videos coming up. Subscribe, okay? I post videos every week, at least that's the goal. Every week, either usually on the weekend or a Monday. So yeah, but hope you guys like this look. Hope y'all gonna come back. And I'm really glad that you guys came here. Thank you so much. Remember, we did not come to play. We came to slay. Bye, boos.